Alright guys, so today I wanted to make a video on how to move with low sensitivity and low FOV, because it's really hard when you're so used to looking around and moving really fast on a 120 FOV, and then when you make it even lower you feel kind of like stiff, like you can't move. So I'm playing 1010 right now, dynamic, on 120 FOV, and then this is what my movement used to look like. It looks really smooth. I can't control it like 100% because I've been playing low sensitivity for so much. It'll probably take me like an hour or two to be fully at my 10 sensitivity self. Maybe even less than that. But like I don't feel like getting used to it because I feel like it's more harmful for me in the long run, especially when I'm playing in competitive matches. So this is what my movement would be. And then right now I play 105 FOV. So I play 105, I play 4-4. Also make sure your dead zone is like, you could have great movement on high dead zone. The only thing is the higher you put the dead zone, the more you can't react to really quick movements, especially if someone catches you off guard. So now I'm on 120 FOV, a lot slower, and you're like, no, I can't do all that super fast spins and I can't look super cool. Like, if you guys didn't know, 120 FOV and lower FOVs, they're exactly the same for speed. So if I'm sprinting up here, I'm running the same speed here than if I was just running 120 FOV. It just looks different. So I can still have amazing movement on lower FOVs. It's just that it doesn't look as flashy. The turning, yes, the turning is different. Because look, I'm on, what? I'm 105 right now. I put it to 120. Look at that. And then let's just say I put it to like, what, 80? Look at the turning. It's still turning really fast. It's barely any difference. I think there is a difference. That's what I think. But it's not a huge difference. You know, when people say 120 FOV is the reason people can turn super fast on like 4 sensitivity, it's not entirely true. Since you don't have that better turning that you get with higher FOVs, you can't be super loose with your movement. Because the higher sense you play and the higher FOV you play, you can be more loose. You can pretty much make any movement and you'll be really good. So let me play on that again, right? 120 FOV. Let's just say I play, what, 7. I can be very loose. Look at this. I could be very loose. It's like I'm free. I'm very loose with my movement. And then when you lower it, it's like you're not as free. So, in my opinion, this is actually a good thing because you don't want to be too free. Because when you're really free like that, you have a lot of confidence. Where like, oh, I can just run super fast and then bunny hop around here, kill somebody, and all that stuff. But if you're on lower sensitivity, you play a lot more organized. So on higher sensitivity, I would just either like bunny hop around here and then maybe like slide into here and do it all super fast. And I would rely on my movement more than I would rely on my aim. But if you want to have good movement with lower sensitivity, you got to play a lot more organized. So instead of just bunny hopping out here like a maniac, I would probably side drop shot, back up, or maybe I'll just peek right here. Maybe I could slide right here. But every single time I'm doing it, I'm always aiming chest high. So back, and then if I want to like, you know, look here then move over here, I could go chest high, nobody's here, and slide down here. It's like you got to get really used to the timing. And in my opinion, lower sense movement is a lot faster too than higher sense. And I mainly say this because since you're more organized when you turn around, it helps you move quicker. So let's just say, all right, I'm moving around here. Look at my turns. My turns are super quick because I can control my sensitivity. I can probably beat a 20 cents player playing on 4 cents in a race, even though that sounds crazy. If they have 120 FOV and I have 80 FOV and I know how to turn right, then I can easily beat them in a race. So high sensitivity doesn't really have much to do with movement speed. Only if, yeah, let's just say I play, I don't know, I play 2-2 Obviously, I'm not going to be able to move super fast. I still have really sharp turns, but they're not going to be as good. But if I play, I don't know, if I'm versing someone who has 10-10, right? And even if they're good with 10-10, they're really good with it. Their turning's still not going to be the best. It's going to be good, yes, but it's not going to be as smooth. You're not going to hit all those shots when you turn on somebody, you see them, and you're like, oh, I got to jump around, use my movement to get away from that situation. It's like, no, if you have good movement with 4, your turning is fine. Look at this turning. It's just as fast. It may not look as fast, but it's literally the same thing. But yeah, it is better if you're just looking chest high. I would say just number 1 to get better at low sensitivity is to be more organized. Another thing I do to get good movement is just practice slide canceling. So there's a lot of times I used to be like, I used to slide jump, or like I slide too many times and I'm like, it messes up. So just practice the rhythm. It's slide jump, slide jump. I think mouse players, they just slide 3 times. Slide jump, slide jump. You want to get the timing down very good, like even if you have to press it slow at first. Because believe it or not, even me too, there's a lot of players who played this game for like years, played it for like a whole year, and they still mess up their slides like crazy. Especially if you're playing higher sensitivities, right? I don't know if I play on 13. I feel like my slides would get messed up a lot more because I want to react so fast. I'm like, oh, I'm on 13 sensitivity. I want to react super fast, and I'm pressing all the buttons super fast, and I mess up the rhythm. I'm like, oh, I did a drop shot by accident, or I slid jumped. You know, I see so many people in my customs and stuff. They play high sensitivity and they mess up their slides a lot, and then it ends up getting killed because they slide jump and someone's right there and they kill them. So you want to make sure you get the timing down. It's a lot easier too to get good movement on lower sensitivities because it's so easy to time. It's very smooth and a lot more controlled. I would rather take a player who has slow movement and more accurate than a fast sense player who has somewhat of an idea of what they're doing. Because if you're slow and you're accurate and you know how to time the rhythm and things, you're going to be a lot more consistent in the long run, and you're going to win a lot of fights. The bunny hop can also be trickier on high sensitivity. Because like the bunny hop is like, you look around, you jump like this. But like here, when you bunny hop, you don't have to like jump and then just automatically snap and then keep jumping. You just like do a slow move. So it's like, you look super slow, right? And then you just time the jump. I use bumper jumper. So I use the LT to jump. And I'm just like, bunny hop just like that. You gotta practice it a few times though. You're not gonna get really good at bunny hopping on your first time. And then the other move, the drop shot. Drop shotting is very easy if you don't have control freaks. I mentioned before how, especially the high rise stick, it's so hard to slide into a drop shot so smooth on high control freaks. Even if you are comfortable with control freaks, if you have like, I don't know, maybe paddles to crouch or something, that would probably be better if you do use control freaks. But slide, drop shot, slide around a corner. It shouldn't be too hard. And then the bunny hop. So those are the 3 main moves you need to kill somebody. Also, how to have good turn-ons. You guys see me turn on a lot of people with 4 sensitivity. It's really not hard at all. So here's the difference between a low sensitivity and a high sensitivity turn-on. The low sense player, if he gets shot at, he turns, and as soon as he like locks onto the person, he aims and shoots. A high sense player, they turn super fast and then they try to find the person and then shoot on them. So if I'm playing high sensitivity, 12-12, if someone like shoots me from here, I go like this. I look first and then I find them. I look first and then I find them. Low sense turn-ons, you turn while you're finding them and you hit them. So it's less steps, it's a lot more accurate, and when I turn on people, I hit all chest shots and headshots. While a lot of people with high sensitivity players just shoot whatever they can find. Also, one thing I do want to say, pretty much I kind of inferred it before, but if you're using lower sensitivity, you should slide cancel a lot less, and you should do a lot of movement a lot less than you do with high sense. Like, cause when I said organized, right? You gotta say organized. You have to do less slide cancels. You gotta do less drop shots. Drop shots isn't even that big of an issue, cause you only use it when you're gonna fight somebody. You gotta do less bunny hops. You can't bunny hop all over the place, and then just be like, oh, I'm gonna aim real fast, jump, bunny hop, oh, slide, jump, bunny hop, slide, jump, bunny hop. You don't gotta do that. It's not even necessary. It's not even gonna get you the best advantage. Just make sure you time everything right. You have slow movement, organized. Look, see, I'm looking up. I'm looking at chest area. I'm not even sliding super fast. And you don't even look. I see this a lot. You don't even need to go out in the open and be like slide cancel, slide cancel, slide cancel. You don't gotta do that. You can just run straight like this. And then if someone pops out, you kill them. This is how it's supposed to be. People slide cancel out in the open like this to reset tag sprint. They don't slide cancel because, oh, I gotta be prepared for somebody when they come out. No, that's not true. If I run just like this and someone comes out there, aim shot, and I could jump. I don't need to slide cancel because there's a lot of times I used to see somebody and then slide cancel and try to shoot them. And that would get me killed because I'm in the middle of sliding while I see the person. Just aim and shoot them. But slide cancels are most effective around corners. You don't gotta just be slide canceling like crazy out in the open. There's really no point. But that's really what I gotta say about movement with low sensitivity. I think it's not hard to do if you just get the basic ideas around it right. You know, just make sure you stay organized, time your things right, and just focus on the killing of the person, like aiming at their chest and predicting where they are. Don't focus on, I gotta run super fast because I don't want to get shot. You gotta focus on what you're trying to do with your movement. Don't move just because you're supposed to move. Move with a purpose. Move because you know when you move, you're gonna be able to dodge bullets with this move, or you're gonna be able to kill somebody if you move like this. Don't just move just because you feel like it or you think it's cool, because you'll get a lot more kills if you actually move with a purpose.